We sent out mock ballots, a lot of them, and waited to see how long it would take for each one to get delivered.
In general, I trust the U.S. Postal Service, but for something as important as the ballot, I'm not really sure.
It started a week and a half ago when we stuffed envelopes with weighted paper, similar to a ballot, and off they went, first class. We mailed 100 envelopes all over Washoe County.
May I give you an envelope? Thank you, appreciate it.
To be delivered to a post office box we rented in Reno. Mail-in ballots, a controversial election process, no matter what political side you're on.
I'm afraid that the Postal Service is being tampered with. And so, yeah, I'm concerned about security.
Definitely. I'm all for it.
You trust the Postal Service?
Absolutely.
We dropped mock ballots in individual mailboxes, cluster mailboxes,
Number 88 in Galena.
and post offices around the county. Washoe County is more than 6,000 square miles, much of it rural. People who live out here do impact an election. We dropped envelopes in Gerlach, about an hour and a half north of Reno, in Nixon on the Pyramid Lake Paiute Reservation, Incline Village near Lake Tahoe, Verdi near the California border, and 90 envelopes throughout Reno and Sparks. Even one from the place where we rented the P.O. box.
Let's see what happens with this one. Thank you.
Mail-in elections aren't new. Voters cast their ballots by mail in the last June primary.
We've been doing mail voting for a long time in Nevada, not obviously on this scale.
COVID concerns are forcing a mail-in election to happen again. The Secretary of State's office says counties will send out about 1.7 million ballots this November. Washoe County says it's ready.
Some of this is out of your control. You're having to rely on the Postal Service. How confident do you feel they're going to do their job and get it through the mail?
We have a great relationship with the Postal Service. We do coordinate with them before each and every election.
Election officials work with the post office. The Postal Service tells me it prioritizes ballots marked with an election label, which our mock ballots did not have. So how long did it take for 100 of our ballots to make it to their destination? Did they all make it, and in one piece? Find out in part 2 of our investigation. Kim Burrows, News 4, on your side. We sent 100 mock ballots all throughout Washoe County. From private and public mailboxes around Reno and Sparks. Several at Incline Village near Lake Tahoe. Verdi just west of Reno. Then we headed to the rural parts of Nevada and dropped them 100 miles north of Reno and Gerlach, and then in Nixon on the Pyramid Lake Paiute Reservation. COVID forced the widespread mail-in elections. It's been done before, but not to this scale.
We'll be mailing out about 1.7 million ballots this November.
The Secretary of State's office recommends getting ballots in the mail at least 7 days before the election. Nevada law says they must be postmarked by Election Day. We sent the envelopes to a post office box we rented in Reno to see how long ballots would take to be delivered. Within a day, more than half the mock ballots came back.
Ooh, we got a whole stack of stuff.
53 of them. In 2 days, 38 more came in. 3 mail days later, we got 7 more.
We got a couple.
5 mail days later, another came in.
We got one.
One ballot still has not come back. It was mailed from Sparks on August 6th.
It's always better to make sure that you're mailing that ballot sooner rather than waiting till the last minute.
One ballot, or 1% out of 100, doesn't sound like a lot, but 1% of a million is 10,000 ballots. That could change an election. And what if it was your ballot that wasn't counted?
In general, I trust the U.S. Postal Service, but for something as important as the ballot, I'm not really sure.
Election officials work with the post office to ensure speedy delivery. The post office says it prioritizes ballots with the official election logo on the envelopes. That may be one reason why our missing ballot still hasn't been delivered after a week and a half. State and county election officials say they are confident using the mail-in ballot system. But if you don't feel comfortable, There's the option of hand delivering your ballot this November or waiting in line to vote in person. Kim Burrows, News 4 on your side.
We have a surprising update to an investigation that we brought you over the past 2 nights involving our experiment sending out mock ballots. The post office just delivered the final ballot 11 days after we mailed it. Reporter Kim Burrows mailed out 100 envelopes from all over Washoe County. She wanted to see how long it would take to return to a post office box that we rented. Most came back in 1 or 2 days. The last envelope was mailed August 6th and postmarked August 18th. The Washoe County Register of Voters echoed recommendations from the Postal Service.
Sooner is better. It's always better to make sure that you're mailing that ballot sooner rather than waiting till the last minute.
Now, if you vote by mail, your envelope must be postmarked by Election Day. It must be received 7 days after the election to be counted. To see Kim's full story, you can go to our website, mynews4.com.